All right, let me make sure I got some sound. I got sound. I got some sound. What's up, guys? Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Trying to get us some music going. What's up, you guys? Come on in. Thank y'all for joining. I just popped on, so give it a few minutes. I'm gonna get us some music because once I get to talking, I don't have time to be putting no music on. I just don't. I'm not breaking away to put no music on because we get in our conversations and we have them. You know what? Let's get some neo soul. How was y'all week? It is about up. What we got? Tomorrow's Friday. How was y'all week? Was it good? Thank you guys. Come on in. Come on in. You guys invite others, share, like, follow. Let's go. Come on in, guys. Come on in. Come on in. Just get some background noise going. That's what I'm trying to do. What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, y'all. Come on in. So check me out. As you know, we always talk about, and for the ones that's new, this is what we do. We talk about our basically everything about putting us on the self-love journey, on our purpose, learning and standing in our power. This is all about empowerment, helping you identify the things that cause you triggers to react, you know, and basically how to just stand in your purpose. That's all it is. This is what these conversations are about. You know, how to better ourselves, how to become the best versions of ourselves. It is so important to always look within first because a lot of us, we're so quick, especially me. I was that way too. I was so quick to blame everybody else for my brokenness. I was so quick to blame everybody else for the way I felt because I'm not happy, the things that I did not get. And it wasn't like one of those things of, you the reason I didn't get this. No, I was never that type of person, but I would look at in relationships, friendships, or whatever, I would always see the wrong that they did to me. Not saying that they didn't do me wrong because, yeah, they did me wrong, but that's what I focused on. I focused on that so hard that I missed the point of what triggered me to be or to react the way that I reacted, or why do I keep attracting these type of things? Thank you, Mark. Why do I keep to be or to react the way that I reacted, or why do I keep attracting these type of things? Thank you, Mark. Why do I keep attracting the same type of energy different people? I never took the time to say, hold on now, wait a minute now, you may be the problem. Not saying that, hey, you mistreated me because I did something bad. No, what I'm saying is, hey, what I'm saying is this. In order for somebody to knock me off my high horse or to make me feel away or make me feel emotional, guess what? I allowed that. I had no boundaries. I had no boundaries. My day was good. I had no boundaries, so I had to learn in all of that, the years of me going back and forth with people mistreating me, and I'm always like, everybody I date, they treat me like this, or every person that does it, they do me. Instead of me saying, wait a minute, you were only because half the people that mistreated me were. Now that I'm healed, I'm looking at what was I thinking? It's embarrassing to say. I'm praying that they're not telling people. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm praying that they're not telling people that we dated. Now that I'm healed, I'm looking at this is kind of embarrassing. Hold on, we got a guest. Let's this guest come in. Hey, let me tell you something now before I bring you up in here. We don't do no negativity in here. Everything that we do is all desirable. That's it. You know what I mean? If it's going to help us become the best version of ourselves, yes. But if it's not, we're not here to go back and forth trying to none of that. All right, thank you for the follow. Okay, I'm about to bring in Mark Jason. All right, bring you in. This is the second guest I've ever had on this show. Are you in?
Hello,
Hello.
hello.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Alright. Are you here?
Yeah. Okay.
How your day doing? How you doing?
Well, we're doing good. What we're talking about is operating in our
I,
purpose. What you got for the group?
oh, sugar baby.
Oh, all right. Okay, so that's what we're not gonna do. So listen, as I'm saying, you guys, when you start operating in your purpose and you learn and you become healed and you start becoming the best version of yourself, right? You're gonna look back like, wait a minute, why did I entangle myself with these different type of people? Why were I around these certain type of people? Why did these different things happen in my life? You know what I mean? But you have to remember, as you heal, it's only when you heal you understand. But when you're not healed, you're going to say, they did. They made me feel. The marriage broke up because of you. You did this to me. You made me feel this way. And they probably really did. But what did you do? And that's why I try and teach people. A lot of people get upset, when they first hear me say it. It's not until they calm down and understand what I'm saying, because they're not trying to hear what I'm saying right now. What they're trying to hear is I hear them and they telling me everything. Thank you. And we're going to talk about that. But the reason why we stayed so long is because we have values within ourselves. We have our own morals and values, right? And we stay in situationships, relationships, marriages because we don't want to break the covenant. We see the potential in it. We see what they don't see in themselves, and that's the problem. We see in them what they don't see in themselves. So we find ourselves being their coaching them along the way, coaching them, helping them, and they still can't grasp it because it's not their time. This When they awaken, their time is not right now. In their hour, that's when they will awaken. But and when I would when I'm coaching and I would say, okay, this person cheated on you. Okay, they did these things to you and they did all this, that, and the third, made you feel a type of way. Hey, you guys, like, share, and follow, okay? And they say, hey, Cindy, and they say all these things, right? And I'm like, okay, cool. But I need you to not focus on everything he did. I need you to focus on you. Focus on what you do. And then they get offended. Like, what do you mean? I didn't do anything in the marriage. I did everything I was supposed to do. I cooked, I cleaned, took care of the kids. I took out all the business while he just laid around and he just did this and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, okay, I got that. I hear you. But I need you to understand, what is it that you failed at? And then they get all upset. And it's not that I'm saying that what he didn't do is accurate. What I'm saying is, screw him. He's going to do what he wants to do. But in order for you to heal, I need you to focus on what the problem is, because 9 times out of 10, the problem is you wanted him to be somebody that he wasn't. You chose him. You chose him with the expectation that he was supposed to be this a man, or the a married man, or this type of man. He was supposed to be what you thought he was supposed to be, what you imagined a man was supposed to be, what you were taught a man was supposed to be. And then he didn't live up to those expectations, and now you beating him down because he did the opposite of everything that you chose. So when I say, what is it that the part that you went wrong, and that's what I'm talking about. Focus on that. You can't be in love with someone and say you love someone, right? You love them, you want to be with them, but yet you want to tell them how to be with you. If you got to tell them how to be with you, then that's not your person. And you're going to have years of heartache. Not just men, women too. Men, you guys, expectation of what a wife, or what you expect your wife to be like. And then you find this woman and she look good. She's a baddie. When y'all out in the streets together, man, she fine. But guess what? Now y'all done moved in. She don't like to clean. She ain't cooking. That ain't her thing. That's not her thing. Guess what? And all she want to do, she don't want to try all the different tricks and trades in the bedroom. She just want to lay there like a princess on a pillow. Now you mad at her. Now you're gonna go cheat on her. Well, that's a you problem, not a her problem. She's being who she is. You chose to get with her because you thought what your expectation of what a woman was. So when we go into these situationships, friendships, whatever it is, you have to go in. First off, you shouldn't be going in anything unless you heal. Period. Let's get that clear. Let's be very clear. Now, I want to put this out here. I don't have a problem with people coming on as a guest, but that nonsense that just happened with that man inviting himself in and, wanting to be a guest, I don't play those games. I zero tolerance. And another thing, I'm gonna get to that. Give me this. Let me put this disclaimer out here, please. I come on here to do a job. I do not. That's all I'm coming on here. That's how I'm gonna put that. That's all I'm doing is coming on here to do a job. If we have a conversation in this meeting, in this live, that's fine. But outside of the live, do not contact me with any nonsense. This is about healing. If you're not trying to heal, do not contact me. I'm a life coach. I'm here to help heal you. I'm not here to date you. I'm not here to none of that. So if you want to come on as a co-host, I'm okay with that. But understand that we're talking about how to stand in our purpose, how to be the best versions of ourselves. This is a platform where we're trying to help heal people. So if you want to come on and you got some advice or you want to come on, I have no problem with it. But that nonsense earlier, we're not doing that, okay? So how do I heal? Well, the first thing is you have to identify that you need healing, because a lot of people don't think that they need no healing. A lot of people think that, oh, I'm good. Is everybody else the problem? And I'm not the problem. So when you're healing, it's not one of those things you just go in your room, meditate, and they always say journal and you write down all your problems. But guess what? You're still broken. How to keep from being broken? Well, you go within. Start it from, because you're not going to heal everything at one time. I'm still healing now. It's things that still trigger me. But let's take the last incident. Maybe you were in a relationship. Hey, you guys, come on in. I thank y'all for joining. I ask you guys follow and share. Come on in. Like. So the last situationship or relationship or whatever it was that you were in, the last time you were hurt or you felt the type of way, take that one. When you take that one, I want you, thank you so much. I want you to look at and ask yourself, why did that trigger me the way it triggered me? So let's give an example. So I went through, if I go through something, how do I deal with it? It's the way I reacted. So when I had my whole divorce that I went through, right? I could have did you did me wrong and you did, because he did do me wrong. He did mistreat me. He did try old gangster Coach 9. But no, really, he did. He did try to embarrass me. He tried to do all these things, but I did not focus on what he did to me. What I focused on was, why did I allow him into my life? What attracted me to him? That was what I did. I stayed quiet until I learned to heal. Because I thought staying quiet, like whatever, I'm not giving nothing more my emotions. I'm not doing this. I don't care. It is what it is. It happened. And then guess what? All I did was suppress it. So it caused me, when somebody tried, now I got to snap off and spaz out. Hey, niece. So I had to identify why did this trigger me so bad? Why did this make me feel like I'm feeling a little depressed? I'm feeling down. Why? Because 9 times out of 10, what it is something from childhood. Why do we look for love as women? We don't look for love. Do you understand? So if I'm looking for love, that means it's absent in my life. And why do I feel like love is absent in my life? Love is the greatest gift of all. God is love. So if I'm created in his image and I am God and I am created in this image of God, you know what I mean? I'm not a God, but God is in me. Why do I feel absent from love? Well, let me take it back. Well, now I got to sit back and think like, okay, The times when I was alone and I felt this attachment, because this is what happens, ladies and gentlemen. What happens is we feel this attachment. When the person that we're with and we're not no longer with them, we feel this detachment. We feel this thing of it's out of my grasp, right? Like it pulls on something because we've took that relationship, friendship, situationship and turned it into a possession, right? Something you love. If you love it, you don't feel a detachment. I love God. I don't feel a detachment. When I don't feel like I'm close to him, I don't say, oh, you detached from me and I feel a detachment. What I feel is a longing for more because it's a loving, desirable thing, right? It's desirable. But when you're in a friendship, relationship, situationship, ships, whatever kind of ships you want to call it, and you feel a detachment, something you feel a hole, you feel like, what should happen is this. If you walk away from a friendship, relationship, situation, whatever it is, we just gonna say ship. When you walk away from something, what you should feel like, okay, I did that. Your thoughts should not be, oh, I wonder is that person gonna be doing this with somebody else? I done did all these years with this person. Now they're gonna go lay up with somebody else and then they're gonna go get married to him. Because that's exactly what's gonna happen. They're gonna go get married probably, or whatever the case may be, or end up in another relationship. They're gonna go do that. And it's all because that wasn't your person anyway. So you got to remember, in order for you to heal, that person has to heal. You guys got to go on your separate ways, but we're going to get back on topic. So what you should feel is when you walk away, what you shouldn't be thinking is, what are they doing? What are they doing without me? Now, it's going to be times that you're sitting around like, dang, we used to do this at this time, So at 6 o'clock, this is when we would watch the nightly news together. So now I got to change my habits. That's what it should feel like. Like, okay, I just got to change my habits. I understand that, hey, this is what we used to do. But I also understand that that relationship or whatever was not healthy. And sometimes just because y'all not together today, in this moment today, does not mean in the long run you guys won't be together. It's just now in this time, it's not your time. People have to heal. And sometimes you point out all the flaws in that person, but you haven't healed yourself. So maybe you need time disconnected, not isolated, but disconnected, meaning that you're still present. You're still present, but you're dealing with and doing the inner work on yourself. Not isolated, meaning that you shut everybody out, you close everything down. Because a lot of people get this confused and they say, well, God will isolate you. God will never make you feel and put you in a place that you disconnected from the world and you feel lonely, and you're just not even about anything. Like, nothing, no outside, no nothing. It's just you. No, your gift. Now, what he will do is detach you from all the negativity, but he'll allow you to still be present, meaning that you're still interacting with people, but with boundaries. You're still able to have social and good conversations with people, but now you just put boundaries and stipulations on things now. And then he can work on you. And that's part of the healing part. That's something I had to learn was the isolation and the detachment, the disconnecting. I'd rather be disconnected than isolated any day. Isolation brings depression. Isolation brings anxiety. Isolation will have you sitting around here rocking back and forth, sitting in the corner with your thumb in your mouth, trying to figure out what just happened. No, it happened to me. Yeah. So, in these times and when you're dealing with things, you have to understand, allow people to go. When you disconnect, divorce, break up, whatever it is, what you do is you place that time that y'all spent with healthy habits. Okay, what's a healthy habit? Well, I don't know what your healthy habit is. Me, I love landscaping. Me, I love teaching. Me, I tap into my inner self and I become the better version of me. And by doing that, it keeps me from, hey, Casico, thank you. It keeps me from, let's say, dwelling on things, right? Because when you dwell and you thinking and all the stuff, and like, oh well, we used to do this at this time, and he out there, and then he posted on social media and all this stuff, or you see him out, he's smiling and this, that, and the third, he giving you the fake, flex and all these different things, and you sitting around talking about I'm depressed and this, that, and the third. Well, that's a you problem, not a his problem. So to keep me from getting in my head about what's going on the outside, I go inward and focus on me. Because like I said, this may not be the end. This may just be the separation in order for us to ascend. So to keep me from beating him up mentally in my mind, now I'm creating a grudge. Now I'm doing all these things. No. I just go inward and I learn more about my gifts. I learn more about my purpose. I become more intentional. I get out there and do what I need to do for the people, right? That's how you focus on you and start your healing journey. God will start to reveal things to you. Now, I was always told the Bible is, full of secrets. And then, in certain points of your life, he'll start unfolding those secrets to you and you'll look at it differently. So a scripture that you read a long time ago, now you read it, it means something totally different, because now, as they call it, your third eye is open. Now you are physically connected now with your spiritual side. You are connected and you're mellowed out, right? You're not in your head going off of self like, hey, this is what I think, and you coming up with your own. Let's talk about it. So you have the religion and the spirituality, and then you going off the spirituality, off the religion part of it, and that's what's going to cause you in your head, because man told you that you should operate a certain way when you're going through, versus spiritually, you don't have to operate in any kind of way, but be yourself, showing up as your true, authentic self. Am I making sense? Do you guys hear me? You guys feeling me on this? So once you start healing, what's her name? Katrina. I think I pronounced it right. That's how you start healing. Identifying what it is. Don't dwell on anything. Allow it to be what it is. You can't change anybody. You can't do anything. Everybody's going to be who they are going to be. If I could change everybody, I'd go back and, check the people that mistreated me all through my life. What am I going to get out of it? Because they're still going to be who they are. The problem is I wasn't showing up in my true, authentic self. They always showed up in their true, authentic self. They always showed me who they were. They showed me right off the bat that they were straight a-holes. They showed me that. They showed me that they were nasty people. They showed me that they were messy people. I'm the one that showed up in, not being truly who I am. I showed up as a people pleaser. I showed up as it's all right. I'm going to save y'all from me, because if I react and y'all ain't going to like it. But did they care about how they reacted on you? No. So you change who you are so they can feel better about the shit that they're doing to you. I mean, let's keep it real. They feel good about mistreating you because you allowing it. They know that you ain't going to check them, so they're going to keep on going about it. That's who they are. But what if you showed up in your true, authentic self? Thank y'all for the likes. Thank y'all for the shares. Thank y'all for the follows. Actually, that y'all share with other people. Invite other people. Listen, what if you showed up in your true, authentic self? What if you came through and was like, soon as somebody came in and said something sideways, let's go ahead with the scenario. Now, you're fake you synthetic you come in and somebody come up to you like, hey, I don't like what you got on, blah, blah, blah. And you, oh, okay, well, now you self-conscious for the rest of the night, or you go home and change, or, you spaz out and this, that, and Now let's try it in your authentic you. Same story, same situation, but a different outcome. Now, you're healed now, and you're being who you are. One, when you show up, they're not even going to approach you. It's not that you got what they call the rested bitch face. It's not that. It's not the fact that you look like you about to tear everybody out the frame. It's just that the spirit in you and your spirit has aligned. The spirit in you has already shut everything down. So people won't talk to you, but what they will do, they're going to give you dirty looks. But they heal you. You don't see those dirty looks because you don't care. It's not that you saying, oh, I'm fine. I look better than that. It's not you saying that. It's just that you knowing who you are. You are already checking folks before they even try it. So now, let's say one of them get real tough and ballsy, because they do. And they walk up to you like, I don't like what you got on. My facial expression alone has already shut it down. Because for you to have the balls to come up to me. See, the thing is, when I'm healed, I'm not going to knock your head between the washer and dryer. No. I'm not going to stand here and cuss you out. No. I'm going to make you feel real small with my silence. Because you brought your tail way over here to challenge me. You walked over. You took energy. That took some energy to walk over here to challenge me. Now that you challenge me, and I don't give you the response or the reaction, now the foolishness, now you look foolish. Now I know that you a fan. Now I know who my enemy is, because you just showed me who you were. Have it. I'm going about my business. Because now I'm letting you know you are smaller than me. You think I'm better. I am better than you. I'm a girl's girl. If you didn't like if I didn't like what you had on, who am I to tell you that? But I tell you what, if you're my homegirl, we walking out the door and you like how I look, well, come on, let's have a conversation. What look are you going for? Is this the look you going for? What, yellow, brown, and pink. I mean, if this, then fine, because you got to be confident in it if you're going to wear it. It ain't about what I like. It's just, I need you to be confident about it, because I know it's people out here that it's not going to like your style, and they're going to say something sideways, and you're my bestie. So therefore, I already know that me and you, I'm going to have to keep you from fighting and jumping over the bridge and everything else, playing in traffic and everything else. I want you to be confident in it. So therefore, I can be confident knowing that, hey, my friend is not about to act a fool. She's going to stay in her true, authentic self. She's going to do what she needs to do. She's going to be happy and she's peaceful with what she got on. She's not going to be in the corner feeling self-conscious. And then I got to stop having fun and doing what I got to do to go over there and comfort her because she chose to wear what she wanted to wear. I need you to be comfortable with who you are and what you wear. That's when I say be truthful with people. So, yeah. But anyway, back to the healing part. That was just an example. Everything as we talk about, it can all be simple. It is all so simple. It can all be so simple, and it is simple. All it is you just being who you are. Be your true, authentic self. For the ones that don't understand that sit around when they go through situations in life, they go around and they sit and they become depressed and they cry and I've been there. I've been there. I don't go there anymore because I healed and I'm still healing. What I look at is life is a big lesson. So with life being a big lesson, now I know when a situation arises. Now I know I have to deal with that. But how am I going to deal with that? This is something new. Now, how do I deal with this? How do I navigate through this? And that's what I ask myself. I don't sit around and do the whole, and go backwards, get depressed, cry, lay around, mope. I don't do that. No, I'm not doing that. For why? Why would I want to do that? Why am I going to? Let me explain something to you. Why? And this is something I had to, after I healed and I look back at my life like, wait a minute. I allow someone, thank you for the follow. I allow someone to come into my life, rather, like I said, any kind of ship, friendship, relationship, whatever, it doesn't matter. I allowed you to come in my life and you can't even light a match or stand next to anything that I do. None of my accomplishments, nothing that I've ever done in my life, nothing. And I'm a very humble person, but I allowed you to make me lay on this couch and cry real tears and hurt real bad. I allowed that to happen. Come on now. No. I had to look at, wait a minute. People that never wished me any good wouldn't even be able to stand in my shoes for 5 minutes and operate in anything that I operate in. Hey, nothing. And I allowed you, thank you for the likes, I allowed you to make me cry. Now, That's crazy. And so-called friends, I'm crying, I'm sad because we ain't friends no more. And I allowed you to make me feel awake. You were jealous of everything that I had going on. And I allow you to make me feel a type of way. How is it that we allow the people that mean us no good, that can't provide? Let me touch some topics now. You got a man that lived with you. Yep, probably about to get canceled for this one. Don't care. You got a man that lived with you, ain't paying no bills, ain't helping do anything, take care of the kids or nothing, and you allowing him to put his hands on you, talk crazy to you, snatch you through the doggone small hole in the wall to the other room, and you crying because he told you? Are you crying because the man cheated on you? You the boss? Yeah, you are the boss. You are the successful one. You're the abundance. You're the blessing. Now, I need you to understand when I say that you're the blessing and you're the abundance. Listen to me very carefully. Women or men, it does not matter. Listen to me very carefully. When you are chosen, okay? When you're one of God's strongest, as they call them, the strongest soldier, you have the toughest battles. But when you're not healed and when you're not doing self-love, because the self-love part is the spiritual side that's in you. This is the spiritual side of it, not the religion, but the spiritual side where you connect self-love. God is love. God is within you. When you connect those two. But until then, but this is what happened. You be with people. You allow people to mistreat you. People are only getting ahead because you are the abundance. The abundance is attached to you. Haven't you noticed you sit around, whatever you ask God for, whatever you need, your needs are met? Whatever it is that you need or you want, you get those things. Yes, but you don't even realize how blessed you are because you steady fighting with the enemy that you allowed to come into your home, because God didn't bring that mess to you. You over here crying because he cheated. He left you. This is a celebration. She left you with Buddy for Buddy. This is a celebration. This is not where you go within and start crying and get depressed. No. This is the celebration. That means that you are awakening to who you are and how powerful you are and understanding what your purpose is. We all went through it. Yeah, I went through it too. Sitting around, I'm telling you, I look back like, oh, I'm so ashamed about the stuff no, I'm not ashamed of the things I went through, but I'm ashamed of the people I dated, I talked to, I made friends with, because of the fact now for the rest of their life, I'm their biggest flex. And they get to say this: I used to date her. Oh, I used to hang out with her. I'm mad. No. Stop telling people you know me. You don't know me. You know the old me, and she don't exist no more. So stop trying to tie that to me, because the new me, I would never. No. They didn't understand the only reason they were happy and going through good things and all these different things in life is because they was attached to me. I'm the abundance. You know how I keep telling y'all that song, everything attached to me win. Everything attached to me win. And guess what? When I was unhealed, that song meant everything to me. It meant everything to me. I was so lost into the lyrics and to the words that I wasn't even processing what it really was saying. But when I was unhealed, I'm like, yes, everything attached to me win. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? If we friends, you win, girl. If we date, you win. And they out here mistreating me and doing all these things because they're attached to me, and money keep coming to them. Blessings keep coming to them. Abundance keep coming to them because they under my umbrella. But it's when I healed, I realized that song is trash. The engineer should have took her mic. However, it's a cute song. She can sing though. What I'm saying is, look at the curse that I put on myself. Everything attached to me win. Yes, it did win. Everything attached to me sucked me dry, took away from me, left me crying. They are winning, and I'm sitting here trying to figure out how I'm going to pick myself up off the floor. But in this new season of me being healed, no, anything I attach to will win. Everything, can't nothing attach to me anymore. You ain't coming with me. For why? No. You heard that broken English. You know I mean business. For why? No. I'll attach to you. And that means that my spirit of discernment has already checked you out, seen you, and said, okay, you good enough. Come on. No. Everybody don't get to attach to me. Everybody don't get to be in my presence. So if I allow you in my space, that's a big deal. But once you out of my space, that's a you problem, not a me problem, because I'm over here winning and I'm going to feel good about it. I feel real good. I'm peaceful. I don't go to bed anymore crying at night. I don't go to bed stressed out at night. And it was just something that it was another trigger that I had to, that just got unlocked, that somebody brought to my attention, and that was fear. Instead of me sitting around like, oh, I'm afraid. No. I realized, because I healed and I'm healing and I understand what it means to heal, is why fear and love. And I even taught a class, fear and love cannot coexist. And when I said coexist, I meant like in a relationship, friendship, but in life generally. Okay, fear and love cannot coexist. How can I say I love God, but I'm fearful? I'm sitting in my house locking it down. I'm sitting in my house putting, boats up and doing all these different things. Until this guy said, hey, why are you so paranoid? I said, oh, you know what? After I explained it to him and I sat back, that was the reason why you were brought into my life. And then I needed to heal from that. And I needed to work on that. Thank y'all for the shares. Thank y'all for the light. Thank y'all. Listen. So now when I encounter things in my life, I don't get sad when it's done or when I disconnect. I don't get sad no more. I actually get a good laugh now. And the reason why I get a good laugh now, because I understand that. I really understand now. When I detach from your life, your fault, not mine. Because this is the thing. As God chooses you and you decide to listen, everybody has the chance to awaken. Everybody does. But not everybody's going to awaken. Everybody's not going to go through the self-love and the healing. Everybody's not going to do it. So now that I've done it, now I get a good chuckle because I understand how powerful I am and how much my presence means, because I'm authentic, I'm pure, I mean well. So when I come into your life, I bring blessings into your life because the blessings are attached to me. The abundance is attached to me. The bag chases me. I don't chase a bag. So I bring greatness into your life. But when people come into your life and they leave you worse off, they don't bring no good. Matter of fact, you were already down and they drag you to the point that you probably out there getting some street medication. You know what I mean? The street pharmacist. Or now you so bad off, you done lost everything. And now you still crying because he left? That's not when you cry when he left or she left. You cry because of the fact you did not know who you were. You cry because you're shedding the old you. Hey, Michelle, you cry because they did this to you? Yep. And I didn't know. I didn't even know that was a trigger. Cry because you didn't know. But now you know. So now you got to don't mourn it, celebrate it. Kind of like everybody look at Louisiana like it's kind of backwards and crazy, right? Because I thought growing up, like, wait a minute, why they celebrate? I mean, they do a big, big party, when someone passed away. And I'm like, oh my goodness, that is, because they always said Louisiana, witchcraft, all this stuff. And I'm like, what is happening, right? Until I had to get an understanding of it. You cry at birth because what you're bringing into this world, all the curses that's about to fall upon this child. You cry at birth because of the fact you know as a mother that I can't protect this baby forever. It's going to be times that my child is going to get mistreated and I can't do nothing about it. But at death, you cry because they no longer have to deal with this side of life. This side of life did not appreciate the precious or the blessing of that child or that person that passed away. So when that person mistreats you and they call themselves leaving you, let me tell you something. Bruh, if you don't celebrate, yeah, it's going to hurt like hell because you ain't healed yet. But if you don't celebrate, because God just gave you another chance, now here it is. You were already on track. You were already on your path. You was doing good with your life. You had your career stacked out. You probably ain't even have kids yet. You was over there doing your thing, having the best time ever doing you. And then somewhere along your path, because God put you on the path, that the abundance was attached to you. The blessings was attached to you. The bag was chasing you down. This is when the jobs was calling. You had 3 jobs calling you at one time. You was able to pick and choose. See, you had options. You don't even understand that because you are blessed, the abundance follow you. You said, God, I need a job. Guess what he did? He had 3 of them lined up. Which one you want to take? It wasn't either one of them was going to be a bad decision. It's all about what you want. That's how blessed you are. And you going on in life, and somewhere along the line, you said, on your path, this is your path. Everything in the middle is your path. You going. You see people trying to jump over the wall to look at you. You see all that, but you ain't paying attention because you're focused. And then you decide, some reason, let me look over this wall. Oh, pick me. And then you seen the pick me guy. The pick me guy is the enemy. The pick me guy is the enemy because of the fact you picked him. You don't pick nothing. Okay? God is going to bring your husband. Your husband will identify you. Bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. I'm going to call you wife. But you, because he over there looking good, you pick him. Now, even though they come up, they may approach you. Your spirit already telling you no. But your body like, you know what? Why not? Now you're in your path. Now this path is only enough room for you right now in this moment. Right now in this moment, it's only narrow. It expands as you go on in life because it's different milestones that God make you go through. And those different milestones mean that when he get ready to introduce your husband to you, that's when it's going to expand a little bit. Now 2 people can fit on that road. Then God already has it planned. You know, a couple of years down the way, he already has a plan that you're going to have kids. And then it expands. You're going to buy a house, it expands. And it can expand and expand and expand because it doesn't matter because this is your kingdom spouse, this is your children, this is the path you're supposed to be on. So it's supposed to be huge because that's how big your blessings is. Your blessings are as big as what you think they could be, right? But right now in this moment, it's enough room only for you. And this is how you have to know when it's sent by God or not. God is not going to bring in someone to be in your crowded space without helping you expand your space. Do you understand? God is not going to bring someone into your life that both of y'all can barely fit on the path because y'all can't be jumping, skipping, and kicking down the yellow brick road together, locking arms because the path is too narrow. You cannot unless you break the path. And if you break the path, meaning that you knock down the walls, you knock it down kind of like a dam. If the dam breaks, it overflows and it becomes a catastrophe. So the same thing with your path. Now, if you knock the walls out, then guess what? You done knocked off all your boundaries. That means now that you done brought this female or this man into your life, guess what's about to happen? That person is about to attach to you. Succubus. And then when that one come, anything he got attached or she got attached to him comes on as well. Now you sitting here, you ain't never had anxiety before. You going to the doctor talking about I feel like I'm going crazy. No, you got something you ain't never had before because they done attached it to you. All these spirits are being attached to you now. Now, guess what? You have no boundaries on this path anymore. It's not even a path anymore. You know where you are? In the wilderness. Now you're going to be there for 40 years because that's where you chose to put yourself. Do you understand? And then while you're in that wilderness and you allowed all these people and things to attach to you, as we just said, now they done came into your life and took from you. They in your life snatching the life out of you. They taking from you. They not bringing, listen, they done took from you so good that now they ready to leave you because this is what they do. When they cannot get anything else from you, suck anything else from you because you in the background playing that song, everything attached to me wins. Yes. And now the song done went off. And now that man or that woman is ready to go because you cannot provide them with the energy that they need. They have to go and get the energy from somebody. They're energy vampires. Now they done left you and you was just up on top of everything, going well. Now you on a whole nother path that you don't know nothing about. You're not successful on that path because it ain't for you. You're on their path to destruction. It's not made for you. You don't know how to navigate it. You lost over there. You don't like it there anymore. You need to get your tail back home. But how do you do that? That's what you call healing. You heal. In order for you to, because God is not about to just throw you your path right back, that successful lifestyle that you had just like that, for you to throw it away. You have to learn, because a lot of people get over there on that path. Then they decide to come back to their path. And then soon as they see another buddy with same energy, different person, they end their tail right back on another path. So no, you ain't getting back to your path until you heal. Because these are lessons that you need to learn. This is what I won't do again. No, God is not going to have you continue to stay on their path because you don't fit in over there. You don't fit in at all. You're the oddball over there. God's just going to put you over there in that wilderness. And when I say the wilderness, what I'm meaning is he's not going to isolate you like people. They go, this is yourself doing that. God isolating me. God ain't isolating you. Isolating mean that there's no contact with nothing, no reality to nothing, no nothing. You are just done, closed in by yourself. God did not create us to be by ourselves. He'll disconnect you. And that's what the wilderness is, disconnecting you. You're still present. You're still present. You understand that, hey, things are going on in the world. This is going on. That's going on. Hey, okay. He's just disconnecting you from what you just came from and where you're supposed to be at, because you need to learn. So in that wilderness time, you're learning. You're sitting in yourself and you ain't got nobody to talk to but God. And you're just like, listen, I know I messed up, God, but if you give me another chance, I ain't gonna mess up. God already know you lying. You don't know you lying. You don't know you lying yet. You don't know you lying in your real heart. And that's why I believe God don't hold that against us, because we really feel like we really gonna not do that again. Because the moment he give you a chance, you definitely gonna do it again. And then you're gonna be like, God. So, because we don't understand what healing is. We don't understand what it is. That's why we don't get isolated. Because in isolation, just think about it. When you come out of isolation, you don't know what's going on in the world. It's kind of like being married for so many years, and then now you divorce and you're trying to date. We don't even know what's going on because we isolated ourselves and made it all about our kids, our family, our husband. So now we in the world, because it happened to me too, sitting out there talking about okay, is he flirting with me? I think he is. Let me do something. Real simple. But I looked real dumb as hell doing it because I don't know how to do this. Like, is this smile good? I don't know how I'm supposed to be doing this, because I had isolated myself. So I had to learn in the healing process. I had to learn about the detachment. Don't ever isolate yourself. I'm telling you right now, as your coach, Coach Nye, never isolate yourself. When you get in relationships, whatever it is that you get in, I don't care if you get a job that you're so focused on your job, never isolate yourself. That is something of the enemy. Because if he can keep you from focusing on being attached to anything in this world, then that means that he can keep you from understanding what your purpose is. And if he can keep you away from your purpose, then hey, he can continue to let you come to let you come to his playground and allow you to be the playground when he bring all his little imps and tell him, hey, you know what? Y'all want to have a good time? Go on over there. Because she depressed and miserable. Go on over there and make her worse. Never isolate. So as you heal, though, when you heal, when you start to heal, and it won't be right away. You're going to heal for the rest of your life. Let me tell you that, okay? But what you're going to do is start getting better and better with creating boundaries. Oh, before I forget, this is my book, Trinity Walk to Self-Love. I talk about boundaries. I talk about triggers. This is about self-healing. Trinity Walk to Self-Love. The Trinity is because in order to heal and learn about self-love, you have to hit the Trinity, which is the spiritual, mental, and the physical parts of self. You can get it on Walmart website, Amazon, Barnes and Noble website. It's overseas, but those are the three major ones right there. You can get it there. The paper, I think the paperback is, I don't know if it's, I didn't even look to see if the hard copy was on Walmart and Barnes and Noble, but I know the hard copy is on Amazon. So y'all get the book. And listen, I keep telling you I'm gonna do a book club, which we are. I'm just trying to get enough people to get the book, and then we could do a Zoom. But listen, so as you heal, you're gonna learn about the boundaries, and you're gonna say, well, you know what? I'm gonna do better. I want better. I want to be better. I want better. And you're gonna, start looking at things, and you're gonna start looking at, okay, I got off track because I did this, and I did that. And I allowed this person to do this to me. And then slowly and slowly, you're going to get back on your path. But your path is going to look a little bit different now because you're wiser. See, before you got pulled off your track, you seen it in the eyes of who you were at that time. You wasn't healed. Even though you still had your abundance attached to you, the blessings attached to you, you still looked at life as, hey, yes, I'm in here. I'm doing well. You didn't look deep. Now that you're healing, when God put you back on path, you're going to look at things a whole lot different. You're going to see things that you didn't see before because you were so tunnel vision. Now God is allowing you to see what's around you. See, last time when the pick me guy, the pick me girl that was over the fence, right? That you built these boundaries and that was over the fence, you peeked over and looked. Now that you're healed, it ain't no walls. Because you don't need them anymore. It's kind of like the walls were when you go to the bowling alley and you can't bowl to keep your ball. The lanes come up. Because you was not healed, but God was putting you on your path. Because now you're starting life. You're a young lady getting into life. A young man just starting life as an adult. And that's why those bumpers was up. But we so dang on nosy, so we had to look over. And that's what caused us to get over there on that other path. But now, we don't need the bumpers. When you start healing, you don't need the bumpers anymore because now you got the spirit of discernment. Now you can see people for who they are. So when that same energy, that vampire energy, the energy vampire, now it's going to be in somebody else because the enemy going to be like, look, okay, listen. Okay, so nobody noticed that she got back on her path? Nobody noticed that she's not in the wilderness. She's not on this path anymore. So they couldn't touch you when you was in the wilderness because God was protecting you. This is when he's teaching you. This is when you're healing. So the enemy knew that you weren't on the path of destruction anymore. And he knew that, well, she in the wilderness. We can't touch it. It's kind of like having a hedge. Remember, he was like, God, well, take the hedge off of Job. Let me touch him. Nope. She got the hedge. So we can't touch it because you were in the wilderness. You were learning. He was teaching you. Now you're not there anymore. He understands the trees have opened up. There's a clear path that he can look in there. He can't touch, he can't go in, but he can see that you're not there. Now he's telling his soldiers, like, y'all just gonna let the girl go? Where's she at? They don't know what your path looked like anymore because remember, you had the lanes up. You had the walls up. You don't have those walls anymore. Now you're walking your path and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You see people for who they are, but you've changed. See, when you start healing, God changed your name. I talk about that in my book. I call myself Malia because that's a queen. That's a strong woman, a queen. That's who I see myself as I went through my healing. That's how I felt. But for you guys, guess what he called me? Coach Nye. See, I was never Coach Nye. I have been training people for all these years, and I've never been Coach Nye. This is the leader in me. This is the teacher in me. I'm the leader now. He don't know me as Coach Nine. So he's looking high and he's looking low. He can't understand. He keep putting the same energy in different people. He bring my past back. He bring people back into my life. And I either give him a chance or don't give him a chance. Sometimes I give him a chance because I'm Coach Nine. You know what I mean? However, that chance does not mean that I'm going to keep going through it over and over. You got one chance to show me a screwed up side of you, and I'm out of there. I'm out of there. I don't want to sit around and hear let me show you who I am. I ain't got time for that. Get out my face. I gave you the chance to show me that. You had 1 hour. You had 30 minutes. Your fault, not mine. So that's the thing. Now he can't find me. He's looking high. He's looking low. He's looking at my old path. Now you got to remember, as I told y'all, as you go on through life, in the beginning, it starts off very narrow because you're a young lady. Okay. You're a young lady. You're a young man starting your adult life. So you're going through the path and it's very narrow. It's just enough room for you. It's just enough room for you. Stay the course. Stay the course. And then you met somebody, brought him on, and that's why the barriers broke, because of the fact it wasn't enough room for him or her. It wasn't enough room. And you chose to bring them on, and then you ended up on the path of destruction. But now as an adult, as a grown man, a grown woman, now you're on your path. Now I got a little bit wider because God said, okay, now you're ready to date. You can go out. You can have friends now. You can get to know people now. But now you're going through things understanding that, hey, I know who I am. I know who I am. I know who you are. I know what my purpose is. So here it is. I'm a wife. I understand that I'm a wife. I understand when my husband comes, he's going to be a husband. He's not going to be my boyfriend. I'm not going to find this dude and say, we boyfriend, girlfriend. No, I'm not. I don't care. You're not my boyfriend. You're not my boyfriend. No. I'm not about to keep bringing people into my life, making them boyfriends, and then I keep missing the opportunity with my husband. Hear me clearly. Same thing. You're not about to keep bringing these women into your life talking about this is my girlfriend when you're never going to miss the opportunity, because what's for you is for you. But what I'm not going to have her make me miss another minute from being with my wife because I'm a husband. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for the likes. You guys invite others. So when that path opens up a little bit more for you to get to know people, because this is still learning. This guy that's going to come, are you going to look at this guy and say, hey, look at me and look at you. We're a power couple. We a power couple. Are you going to look and see for what it is? Learning from this and understanding, okay, I know that my husband, this is what a husband is. This is the Ephesians 5. So this is why it should be Ephesians 5:25. So this is how it should be. And this is what, supposed to be. And this is how it should be like. And you bringing none of that. I should not have to teach you how to be what you're supposed to be. People that are not awakened, you know what? They have the best time. The boyfriend and girlfriend, they have the best times ever. Because their expectations is just what it is. We kicking it. We cool. Okay, that you my main, but we cool. They don't have no problems. The chaos that they have, they create that chaos. Because that shows love. So if she show up to his job and check him at his job, that shows him that she love him. And guess what he about to do? Stop everything he doing. He about to go home and put it down. That's not who you are. You are a wife. You are a husband. So in that path, the things that you're going to identify, it's not right. Go ahead and move it. Now, let me explain. A-Town, what's up? Let me explain this to you, and let's be very clear about this. Just because that person is not who they're supposed to be in that moment, like I said, everybody has to awaken. Some choose not to, and some choose to. But that is not your job to say, I'm just going to wait on him, and stop with this whole damn twin flame. He my divine counter. He my twin flame. And me and him going to be together and we just going through some stuff. But that's my twin. Y'all crazy as hell. Let me explain something to you. That it drives me crazy because it's everything that the enemy wants you to have and think and believe to keep you from your purpose. You are the twin flame. You are. Not them. Not they deal with their own twin flame. The twin flame, you are your twin flame. You are your yin and your yang. You balance the feminine and the energy. And until you do that, until you heal that in you, God will never bring you your divine counterpart. Because why would he bring the divine? Why would God take his son that he's been working on to be the man that he's supposed to be and the husband that he's supposed to be to somebody that's not healed? For you to hurt him? The same way to women, we say, well, he loved me. You know, he did me wrong. Me. And you ain't healed. God loved his son just as much as he loved you. And heal. So no, he's not going to come to you until you heal. You can know that that's your husband all day. Hold on, let me fix my puzzle, y'all. You can know that that's your husband all day. You can know that's your husband all day. You can sit back and say, God, show me that's my husband. And you keep wondering why he ain't paying you no attention. He ain't came to you. You trying everything. You're dropping your pencil in front of him. You're dropping your purse in front of him. You doing everything. You're doing cartwheels. You trying to speak to him at a language that you think that he can speak on. You trying to speak the Bible, talking about some, Philippines and Philippians 5:2. And he looking at you like, Philippians, come on, please, let's not do that. He looking at you like something wrong with you because you trying to fit in. And guess what? You ain't healed. He's never going to be with you. You're going to be a joke to him. Not literally. But he's not going to. Same way with men. She's never going to be with you. She's not even going to give you a second thought. It's just one day she going to say, wait a minute. I think I feel something in my heart. I think I love him. Only when you heal, she will see you. Only when you heal, he will see you. Until then, if you don't want to heal, go kick rocks. Go back on that path of destruction. But stop trying to get on everybody else's path, ruining their life. Because that's all you're doing. You can't go from one relationship and go into the next one. I don't care if it's friendship. I don't care what kind of ship it is. You cannot go anywhere, not even to another job, with the same negative outlook. If someone hurts you, okay, they hurt you. That does not mean everybody else is going to hurt you. What that means is you need to have boundaries. My girlfriends get mad at me all the time. Like, well, you just always giving people chances. It's not that I give them chances. It's just that I understand the mission. I understand what God taught me. I understand what I went on in my healing journey. See, the thing is, people will try and tell you what you should feel, how you should feel, what you should say, what you should think. But they was not there with you when you was going through the healing process. And the healing process is tough as hell. Let me tell you something. The healing process is so hard. It's hard. It is painful because you have to deal with yourself, that yin and yang. You have to deal with that. Thank you so much for the follow and the shares and the likes. And you have to heal. And people thinking like, what's she healing from? She just had one. No. You go back to childhood as far as you can remember. All of a sudden you start remembering stuff. Right? Thank you. You got to heal from that. And not only that, now you got to balance the feminine and the masculine, the yin and the yang. How do you do that? Because you've been sitting in masculine all your life. You've been in masculine because you haven't been protected all your life. So you've been sitting in masculine. And now that you're sitting in masculine, you don't know how to come out of it. And then you get on this train of, that's your twin flame. Shut up. That's what the enemy wants. Go chase another person, because if you chase what's in you, you're going to awaken, and then you're going to stand in your purpose. And once you stand in your purpose, you're going to be too powerful for me. You're going to be too powerful for me. The devil himself, you, now God, you will be too powerful for him because of the fact you understood. You know who you are. So that's why he have everyone out there chasing this twin flame. and they feel it's in a person, which he ain't lying. It is in a person. It's just in you. And that flame that's in them is for them. It is all a part of the awakening. That's what it is. Everybody has their own point of view. If somebody told me, no, that ain't true, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to argue with you at all. I just know, I don't care who you are, until you focus on you and fix you and protect what God gave you, which is you. You're never going to get to the divine counterpart that everyone keep talking about. You can get it confused. If you ask them right now, what's the twin flame? Oh, your divine counterpart. Oh, but then you got your soulmate. And then you got your this. You got your soulmate. You got your twin flame. You can have plenty of soulmates. Do you know that your soulmate can be your best friend? Do you know that they just start making up stuff and they start going and going and going. And that's what the enemy wants. And the reason why the enemy wants it, because it's you that he wants. If you operate in your purpose, if you're being called to operate in your purpose, this is a problem. And let me explain something else to you. All these different deities and different things that's out there, all these different guys, everybody say that's not true. They're true. However, when you go, and that's why I tell people it's hard. This is a hard thing. This healing process is hard. When it's time for you to awaken and stand in your power and operate in your purpose, let me explain something to you. Only a few is going to understand what I'm talking about. And the people that don't know what I'm talking about is because they never had to go through this path. And that path, let me explain something to you. And let's be very clear. That path is about all of that. You will be called by different deities. You will be called by different things. Because at the end of the day, I had to tell myself, who got me through everything from day one when I was a child? I didn't know nothing about any other deity. I didn't know anything about any other gods. I didn't know nothing about anything else. I only knew one. And that's the one I decided I'm going to stay with. I'm going to do me. I need you to teach me. And when he started teaching me, when I allowed him in, that's why you got to look at when I tell you that they tell you when you're younger, secrets in the Bible, as you get older, you know, it'll be made plain to you. When he say the free will, you have the free will, you have the free will. And everybody like, oh, hell, that means that I can go do this if I want to. I can do what he want. No, baby, it's all about when you start healing and you go through your spiritual awakening, that free will is which God you going to choose. Do you understand what I'm saying? So people think that it's a whole different ball game. It's which God are you going to choose? This is your free will. You have been awakened. Which way are you going to go? But that's something for you to find out. And if you ain't went through it in this time, maybe it ain't for you. Or maybe you were called and you denied it. I don't know. But that's not my job to tell you what to do. That is what the free will is. That is what the twin flame is. That is what the divine counterpart is. The biggest prophecy, if you want to know that has the prophecy, that the biggest prophecy, it's the Bible. Just pick it up. Read it. But read it with your healed eyes. You can't read it in any kind of way, because you got to remember too, man wrote it. Do you understand? So you have to understand, when you start healing with the self-love, then you'll understand what is meant for you to read. You're going to read what needs to be read. But that's another topic. Now let's get back on this healing journey. So just know God is not going to bring you what you want. Thank y'all. Now, God is not just going to give you what you want. Now, here's the thing. I get the desires of my heart. I brag about it. When I say I'm spoiled, I am very spoiled spiritually. Anybody that knows me and they're close to me, they will tell you. I'm the one that people love to attach to, but see, they can't attach to me anymore because I'm healed. I'm very careful who I attach myself to, that I allow in my presence. See, I pick and choose what I want in my presence now. I'm very spoiled. I've been spoiled since a child with spirituality. But here's the thing. Spiritually, I've been spoiled. But let me explain something to you. Anything that my heart desire now, I can get it like that. I get it like that, right? And the reason why I get it like that is because of the fact it's not going to affect, my alignment. I'm going to stay in alignment. It doesn't matter. No matter what I do, I'm going to stay in alignment. Now listen, I mess up. Well, listen, I be messing up. But what I learned, and this is just my teaching, it does not make it fact. It does not make it anything. You take from it what you want to take from it. What I've learned with the whole thing of sin, that word is just like a control. So religion based is a way to control you, or control and make you stay a certain way. See, when you're stuck on religion, you're afraid of hell, right? When you're dealing with spirituality, and when you become spiritual, you done been through hell. So you look at things totally different. You look at things, for me, I look at things like this. Okay, if everything is a sin, nobody's perfect. We're never perfect. But, I'm going to get it right. I'm going to be better. So that means I need to heal. It does not mean that I need to just sit around here and beat myself up and trying to live up to a standard that the religion has put on me. No. What I understand is what's in me, whose I am, and who I am, and what my purpose is. And I know I need to, okay, that wasn't right. I'm going to be convicted immediately. I'm not going to be kicked off nobody's pulpit. I'm not going to be kicked out of nobody's congregation. I'm not going to be kicked out, because I don't attach myself to that anyway. That's a y'all thing, not a me thing. I'm directly connected to source. Directly connected, because I went in to heal. You cannot, and people like to say, well, they healed and they go to church and they do all these things. I'm all for it. Go to church. You can go wherever you want to go. Do whatever you want to do. And they go and they be fake. And then they hit me up and they may call me. I may see them or whatever the case may be. And then they cuss me slap out. And then they go there and then they want to tell the other person what to do. And then they want to tell this person what to do. And they're going to tell them, but you not being who you are. You fake. You fake as hell. Fake as hell. Fake as hell. Fake as hell. I needed to say it like that because I felt like a rapper. But that's how I feel. Don't come to me like that. And anyway, when you're supposed to be dealing with somebody and teaching somebody, you're supposed to deal with them gently. Now, if I'm not going to reprimand you for doing wrong, what I'm going to do is have a conversation with you. See, that's one thing people don't know how to do, is have a conversation, because the conversation turns into, this is factual. This is facts. You're wrong. I'm right. God liked me better than you. I'm telling you. You know what I mean? That's the type of stuff that you go through. That's not how it's supposed to happen. What it's supposed to be is a conversation. You do wrong, we're going to have a conversation about it. But guess what I learned too? Guess what else I learned? Everybody ain't my business. I don't care how righteous you are. Everybody ain't my business. I don't care that I seen you do something. I've learned to get connected directly to source through me, within me, right? So therefore, I have the discernment to know who I need to help and who I need to talk to and who I need to, because just because you out here doing this and I can see you doing that. I see you in the store putting that in your pocket. I see that, but that's not my testimony. That is for somebody that's around in the second aisle. This is what she's supposed to be doing. This is her chance to shine, and you know what I mean? To do her works, to stand in her purpose, to help mold that person, because the way I might approach it might get me punched in the face, or the way I might approach it, he may take it the wrong way. So if I talk to him and say, hey, you ain't got to take all that. You want some money? Now I done offended the man when I came from a good place, but it wasn't my business. It wasn't for me. You'll know what's for you. Just like I tell people, your testimony is not for you. The things you go through in life, that ain't got nothing to do with you. Nothing. All the heartaches you won't go through ain't got nothing to do with you. You going through a divorce, you accidents and different things, ain't got nothing to do with you. And it's so hurtful to say that, but it's so true. It has nothing to do with you. It's all about for God to get the glory and a testimony to come out of it. So now you got a testimony. You done been through something, right? You done been through war. You done came back. You good. You got a testimony. And you excited to tell a testimony. You at church. They wanted, you know how they do. In the morning, especially if it's a black church, don't get it twisted now. You coming in, y'all gonna sing, dance. Somebody gonna kick their shoes off. Somebody gonna go into praise. Somebody over here, it's about to turn into a thing. We're about to have a show. We're gonna have a good time. Thank you, Ray. So then they calm down, praise team come. They do the collection, the first collection. Then they say, okay, we just want to get up here and say thank you to everybody. We're going to read some cards and all this stuff. All right, cool. another little song, then come through. Anybody got a testimony? Now that's 3 hours in. Now you got a testimony. You've been waiting 3 hours. Matter of fact, you've been waiting a whole week. Now you in the building and you waiting the 3 hours and you like, yes, somebody tell my testimony. Oh, I cannot wait. Yes, somebody before you, they tell their testimony. And you like, okay, that was a test, but it ain't better than my testimony. Wait till I tell this, because this is something that's gonna blow your socks off. This is something that's gonna have you like, yeah. They tell their testimony, everybody like, yes. Hitting the hallelujahs, hitting the thank you God, hitting it. They hitting it. Now you ready. They say, come on, sister, come on up here and tell us what it is. And there you go. You ready, because you done listen to how everybody else introduced themselves and you coming in. First off, I want to give an honor to God. Ain't nobody moved by you. They smiling. They like, all right. Then you go off into your testimony, tell them what happened. No one's moved by you. No one. No one's saying anything. Hey, MP, what's up? Nobody's saying anything. They clap a little bit, but they not excited like you was excited to tell your testimony. Well, that's because everybody don't get your testimony. Your testimony is for the person that God is going to bring to you to tell it testimony to. When that person come to you, then guess what? That testimony is going to mean the world to them. I can have people in this live and I can have 20 people, 100 people, 60 people, 10 people, 4 people. And after all of everything I said, I'm going to have at least one that's going to say, I needed to hear that. That's what it was for. I've been waiting all my life to tell this story. Now I'm 43. Finally got a platform. And I'm going to tell this story. And it was for that one person. So that's why you have to take you out of the situation. You got to take you out of it. Everything that you do when you get up in the morning, God, what is it that you need me to do? Because you have to get up knowing that ain't nothing about you. Now it's things that you want, like, God, well, I would like to have this, that, and the third. He's going to give you those things as long as you stay in alignment. But you have to get up knowing that nothing got nothing to do with me. It is hard sometimes for me because I'm like, I be wanting to do and say what I want to say. So a lot of the times I walk around the house talking to myself. Because I'm not really talking to myself. In my mind, I'm handling business of the people and saying the things that I want to say. But I know I can't. So I got to get it off my chest some kind of way. Right? But what I have learned is that I have to get up knowing that ain't nothing about me. The people that's about to come in, that I'm going to cross paths today, the people I'm going to cross paths with today is going to piss me off. Ain't got nothing to do with me. I have to learn to keep telling myself, Naisha, stay in the present. Stay in the presence. The present right now. Stay in the present. Each time when I kind of drift off and I be wanting to go off on somebody, in the present, right now, what's going on right now? How do you feel right now? That's how I navigate. That's how I keep myself balanced, because I have to remember, I have to stay in the present because of the fact what I'm doing today and what's going on today has nothing to do with me. And sometimes it hurt. It hurt. Like, people forget that you have feelings because you don't react and you kind of be like nonchalant. I get told, oh my goodness, when I was younger, I used to get told all the time, oh, you think you better than us. Oh, you stuck up. I wasn't stuck up. Excuse me. I wasn't stuck up. I wasn't better than anybody. I've been a very humble person all my life. It's just that I would walk with my head up and I would just walk, because what they didn't know is that they were hurting my feelings. But I had to talk to myself, stay focused, stay the path, stay focused. Because one thing about me, especially when I was younger, I got them hands. But I had to, what they don't understand is I'm telling myself, stay focused. God gonna get you. Don't do it. A lot of times I did not react. It was because I looked at, okay, God gonna get me. I don't want no smoke with him because it's not gonna be good. What you think you're doing to me is nothing compared to what God would do to me if I react on this mess that you got going on me right now. So I got to chill out. So I have to always remember, and it's a daily thing. It's like I die to myself daily. Some days I don't. Some days I got to deal with the consequences, and the consequences come. God deal with me. Especially when I get on here. This was the scariest thing for me. A lot of people are scared to come on because they're afraid of speaking to people or being in front. Well, that was a small problem. My biggest problem was to speak something that was not of him. To get out of alignment and start speaking, being myself, allowing self to show up. Right. And so before I come on, I always have to pray to make God keep me out of this. Please go put me up and stay the course. When I was a whole lot younger, I was always the one that people come to for advice. So I would always start it off like this. Okay. When it's my time to talk, 'cause I'm going to let you talk. And I say, okay. Spiritually, this is what you need to do. I couldn't get away from it. I just couldn't. But physically, you need to go over there, put them hands. You need to handle your business because they need to know that they ain't going to try you. But I told you spiritually because I knew that was my job. I had to tell you that. But I didn't know how to separate me from. I'm going to give you both of them. Now, what you choose, because I didn't know any better, you got free will. That wasn't free will. That was me not doing my job. And I was held accountable for that. Because God sent that person to me. Because he knew that it was in me and I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. But yet, I told them, I delivered the message, but I led them astray. What was the purpose of delivering the message? I would have been better off not even delivering the message. Because what I thought I was doing is, listen, I'm giving you advice. Spiritually, physically. I wasn't supposed to do that at all. I wasn't even supposed to say spiritually and physically. All I was supposed to do is, all I was supposed to do is listen. Listen to understand, not to reply. I was supposed to listen to understand, not to reply. And then if I felt, because this is a feeling I feel. I don't know about you guys. God, y'all have y'all little twerks or whatever it is that God give you for you. But for me, I know the feeling. And that's when I speak. But while they're talking, sometimes I'm quiet because I'm praying. I'm asking God to give me the right words. If it's meant for me to speak. I'm asking him to show me, God, am I supposed to talk? And all I was supposed to do is just speak. Yep. So in that healing journey, you guys will learn what it is. You have to stay on your path. Right now, your path may feel or look a little shady or shaky or whatever, and that's okay. You're still on your path. The path have bumps. The path have little pebbles on it that, you may stub your little toe on. In this part of your path, you can't take your shoes off on this path. Yeah. On this path, this path, you might need your winter coat on because it's about to be cold. And what I mean by cold, you about to meet some cold-hearted people. You going to put on your armor. You going to go get your gloves. You going to go get your scarf. You going to go get your coat. Yeah. And you're going to go through it the same way you've been going through everything else except for this time. You got layers. You got layers. So as they come for you, they got to get through the layers. But by the time they get through that last layer, guess what's happening? The season is changing. It's time to take the coat off anyway. Yep. And when you take that coat off, see everybody else, when they get into their new season, because the new season is coming, they're going to have the bruises all on them. They're going to have the knots on them because the people that threw rocks and hit their hand, the people that was beating them up, you know what I mean? They're going to have all these bruises, bumps, and slashes, everything on them. But when you get in your season, you take your coat off. See, you had layers. You smooth skin. And with that smooth skin, you're glowing, you're feeling good, you're looking good, you smell good. You done been through war and nobody know about it. See, this is the time in your life when people see your glory, but they don't know your story. And they like, you look good. Because all they seeing is your glory, but they don't know your story? See, that story was when you took that coat off. You went through hell. You had to go through the coyotes. You had to go through the wolves. You had to go through everything, the fire. You had to go through it all by yourself. While your family, so-called family, is waiting at the other end. They're not going to come to you and say, hey, baby, I understand. Because they can't. Because they don't understand. When you are set on the path to break the generational curses, no one in your family can say, baby, I understand. That's why when you are set on your path and God chooses you and you decide to awaken and you have a job to do, you are supposed to break the generational curses. That's when you hear people say, you're going to find your soul tribe. You're going to find your other family. Because it's the other ones that went through the same thing you just went through. They're breaking generational curses. Those are the ones who will say, baby, I understand. Come here. They know exactly what to do. Is it? Oh, it ain't nobody but the enemy. Ain't nobody but the enemy. It happens. It only happened when I started talking about your purpose and operating in it. One time, all my lights went off. Guess what? Moved to another location, finished talking. But it's cool. So the thing is, that's why it's so important to stay the course. Stay the course. Stay focused. Stay positive. Do what you need to do. Because at the end of it, when you come out of that season and everybody see your glory and they see your glow and they see all these things and they see you prospering, they see all of these things happening to you. They are going to want to attach to you. This newfound family that you found that been through what you've been through. When you come out on the other side, your family, everybody else, friends, all them, they going to be so busy saying, yeah, I know her. I know her. I know her. But the ones they call your soul tribe or your newfound family, those are the ones when you come over that bridge. Because you're not crying. Nobody sees you crying. You are on the inside. You got broke down. But that other family that was the generational curse breaker for their family, when they see you, they're going to embrace you because they know exactly what you need. They're going to give you love. They're going to feed you spiritually. Everybody else like, hey, let's go eat. Not them. They about to feed you spiritually because you don't eat from bread alone. No, they're about to feed you. They're about to give you the love because they already know the love has been absent because everybody been taken from you because they know what the path is. They're about to pour back into you. I always tell people, never, pour into others. You pour into yourself before you pour into others. And never make your cup empty to fill somebody else's up. And you can give them your overflow, right? I always say that. You can give them your overflow, but you need to know who to give your overflow to. See, when I come out from that other side, everybody else on that side see me as full. Like, oh, she's glowing. Look at her glory. She's doing well. But the people that went through the same things that I went through, that you're going to meet along your path, that's going through the same exact thing. When you come and cross that bridge, they're already collected all the overflow that they got because, listen, they know that they need to fill your cup up. Your cup is about to be empty. Nobody's going to know your cup is empty because you're not wearing it on your face. Nobody's going to know that you're feeling hurt in the inside because you're not showing it on your face. You're not wearing your heart on your sleeve, but they know. So they already done put all of their overflow into a cup for you. And now they're going to take your old cup. Right? Because that old cup been sucked dry. They're going to throw that away. Because they got you a brand new fresh one. That is not going to do anything but produce overflow. And see, they don't care about giving you all their overflow because they know that they can get the overflow back from you. You guys are going to continue to pour into each other. That's the type of people that you're going to meet after you start healing. When you start healing, you become the best version of yourself. Those are the type of people you're going to meet. So you guys' cup will never run dry. You guys' cup will always, it'll be like the night, what is it? Niagara Falls. It's going to constantly flow and flow and flow. It's always going to flow in that group. Wow, the ones that you knew before the self-love journey is going to be doing this. Check me out and look at me very clear. This is an arrow. Your back is turned. Soon as you turn around, turn back around, turn around. We are so proud of you. Look at you. You are doing well. You are doing well. They already got in their mind of how much money you done start making. They already got in their mind what it is that they need you to buy them. And then when you say no because you got boundaries and that, they don't know this new you. So when they come to you like, "Whoo, child, I ain't got this. I've been having a hard time." See, before when they say that, you be like, "Well, how much you need? Well, what's going on?" Not no more. Guess what I do? Dang. What? Yep. So yeah, that's why I sit back like, God, man. I don't try to justify it no more. I'm just like, oh man, that's dang. I don't know what to tell you. Because I don't. And guess what they do? They talk about me. Oh, now they start whispering. You come around, they whispering. And then they, "Hey, cuz." Shut up. Yeah. And that's all you do. You smile. Because what I learned throughout my self-love journey is that I don't owe anybody anything. I was guilty for being successful. I felt so guilty for being successful. I was like, dang. I always kept trying to make more money so I could still do the things I like to do and be able to share with people. It wasn't that I was trying to win people over or like, "Hey, I got it like that." No, I really wanted to help. So I even had my brother would say, "Oh, she be doing too much." And then he would tell me like, "They only talk to you because you got money." And that's, probably true, but that's not why I do anything. See, I do everything from a place of love. While they think they're using me, in my mind, for me at the time, the unhealed version of me is no, if I got, they got. See, I had the right concept, but I was living in a different time. See, I was on a timeline of looking at everything surface level, meaning that if I got, they got. So the money I make, I give away. That was the timeline I lived. That was the unhealed timeline. As I grew and self love and healing, I jumped timelines. I'm constantly jumping timelines, but I jump timelines. And what I realized is right concept, wrong approach. I'm supposed to be breaking generational curses. I'm supposed to be bringing wealth into the bloodline, not taking care of the bloodline that's already here because they got the same opportunity that I have. They can do the same things that I did. We're not living in the times where, you barely making it. No, everybody, if they get a job, they can work, right? And they can get the things that they want. The wealth that I'm bringing is I'm changing the mindset of you don't have to clock in to be successful. You can have something that go on and on. See, it was our forefathers, my forefathers, were slaves. There's a separation. I don't get off into it, but hey, when they finally got a piece of land, guess what they did? They bought up land, and that land was supposed to stay with the family forever. Because in their mindset, they never knew that it'd be this big, right? That the world, how it operates now, they never thought that far. What they thought was, as long as you got some land, you'll always have something, a place to go, a place to eat, a place to sleep, because you can grow your own food. They ain't thinking about nothing else. They just thinking about you not having to go and beg anybody like they had to, right? So moving forward, as time went on, land stayed in the family. Some people sold the land. They sold the land, and the reason why they sold the land because money. Oh, I want some money. That sounds good. I want some money. I can get this much money. But see, they didn't think that it can be bigger than that because they were capped out. This is a whole nother generation. They're capped out. So now they take that money and it cut the generation off. Now what do they have? It's disconnected. So When you're brought in to break the generational curses and to bring the wealth, reconnect the wealth back to the family, reconnect it. You don't have to, listen, my thing was, I want to get the land. I want to do this. I want to have this. I want to be able, and this is what I'm saying, I'm going to fill my cup, meaning that I want to have enough acres that I can do some farming, have some animals, do what I need to do that can feed my entire family. See? But have the overflow of I can make money off of it. Not by selling to people for, over the amount that it's supposed to be sold for. No. Reasonable prices so other people can benefit from it too. However, I can sustain what I have and I can recycle that money into the bloodline. So I had the right concept then, the thought process rather. It was just I was going about it wrong until I jumped timelines. Now I understand. And this is what it is. So now that's how I give back. So it's not about us right now. It's about my grandbabies and my kids, my grandbabies, my great grandbabies. It's not even really about my kids because of the fact it's going to really prosper after them. They will, I started, they control it or they run it. And then their kids and their great grandkids and great grandkids run it. And therefore, they will always know Grandma Nye as the one that started that, as the founder of that. That's how you bring the generation back. That's how you take the curse off the bloodline and you restart your bloodline. You know, that's what that is. So listen, why they think like that. Man, listen, we'll have to have a whole history class, MP. This is just what I needed to hear. I'm so glad, Miss Sunshine, A-Town, Peach, everyone. I'm sorry if I didn't acknowledge you guys, but I really appreciate y'all. I really appreciate you guys joining. I always have a good time coming on here. Excuse me. If y'all haven't got y'all book, we're going to do it again. Trinity Walk to Self-Love. It is on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, and Walmart. On the website, get your copy. Go to my bio, click the link in my bio and sign up for my subscribe to my website. I know that's right. Tell me more about my eyes. Nah, just playing. I'm good. You know, I've been kind of under the weather for the last couple of days. Yes, but I am here. I try and make this a weekday thing, 8 o'clock. But like I said, thank you. I don't like to just get on just to get on. Like, this is not my platform. This is not about me. So if I feel that I don't have anything that's going to be great for you guys, I'm not coming on here. I'm not going to turn this into a thing about me. Y'all, let's jump off and have a good time and this, that, and the third. No, I really want to give you a message. This is not my platform. God told me to do it, and this is what I'm doing. So, boom. It is Trinity Walk to Self-Love. And so, thank you guys. And the Trinity is for... All right, David, have a good one. The Trinity is for, because I decided to speak about, you know, the different areas that need to be healed when you're going through your healing journey and your self-love journey. It is the spiritual, mental, and the physical. And that's how I came up with the Trinity. Listen, this is a testimony, and I've told it a couple of times, but this whole book is a testimony. This whole book has nothing to do with me. This whole book has nothing to do with me. This book was God waking me up out of my sleep, telling me to write in my journal, to doing this. I had no idea. I had no idea what was going on. I just was obedient. And then he told me to write a book. I'm like, God, what you want me to write about? I don't want to tell my life story. You know, I'm not that important, you know. And then I'm not ready to tell my life story because people in my family going to be mad. So And he was like, no, that's not it. And he told me to get my red book, which was my journal. And that was the book. I had been writing it for months. And yeah. So yeah, you guys get y'all copy. And I thank y'all so much. I'm going to go ahead and get up off of here. If no one told you today, I love you. I'm proud of you. I really do. I'm very, very serious. I don't sugarcoat. I'm just a genuine person, and I just know how to give. I give unconditional love. That's just a gift of mine. It's a gift. And everybody ain't got the gift. Everybody ain't got the glow, so don't come for me. Thank you for the gift. And yep. So you guys stay great. Remember to pour into yourself, then pour into others. But remember, they only get your overflow, and they only get your overflow if God told you to give them your overflow. Everybody ain't got it. Everybody ain't got it. So you guys, I'm gonna post some clips of this on my page. And you guys, oh yeah, continue to mass follow. Continue to mass follow. So if you see somebody up in here following them, I don't know, I'll follow you guys back. So the ones that follow me, I'm gonna follow you back. So y'all have a good one. Have a great night. I love y'all. Bye. Coach Nye out.